Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Firefall Live. It is Pie Day. Happy Pie Day. So have some pie. 3:14.
Do we have some?
We don't have pie.
Oh. Why? I want pie.
So I'm Frank Lettieri, also known as Faded Pez on the forums. I'm going to be your host now on Firefall Live. We have a great show today. We have some fan art. We're going to do something new. We have a video spotlight, so we're going to show off some videos from a YouTuber, and hopefully we can get more YouTubers to do more video spotlights that way. And we're also going to do a Q&A later on in the show, which is at live.red5studios.com, port 9810. But for now, I'm going to introduce, we have Sarah Roberts over here.
Hello.
Joining us, and Bailey Johnson.
Hello.
Yay, Bailey.
Yay.
It's great to be here. I'm very excited.
Yay. So how are you doing, Sarah?
I'm hungry. I want pie.
You want pie?
Other than that, I'm fine.
We don't have
How
pie.
Are you?
I'm good. I want pie too.
Would a quiche count as a pie? You could have a breakfast pie.
I don't know.
Egg pie.
Or a pizza pie.
I want cherry pie. Ooh.
That's great.
My stomach's gonna be growling and the mic's gonna pick it up. It's really awkward. You guys keep talking, it's like.
So Bailey, this is your first time on the show, obviously. You're our first person from the technical operations crew
I am.
on the show.
I'm very excited. And I don't know why you chose me, but it's very exciting to represent Tech Ops. Yeah.
Yes, to represent Tech Ops.
Hopefully I do a good job of that.
Yeah. Actually, it was Sarah's idea.
Well, thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
So,
no problem. I was
we're like,
Bailey's
let's go
awesome.
with it. So Bailey, how did you? You are a security analyst at the studio. How did you become a security analyst in general?
So I was a math major in college, and I did that for 4 years, and I got a scholarship with the government for the last 2 years. So I went to work for them for 2 years to pay that back.
The man.
So yeah, I was in
She was working for the
DC working for the man with all the gray corridors you could ever want and more.
Great.
And so I did that for a couple of years, and then I couldn't do it anymore. It was soul sucking.
Really?
The work was super awesome and like a really cool place to be a math major, but there was no creativity. It was like the introverts of the introverts, and I thought I was pretty introverted.
Oh, you're not introverted. Are you kidding me?
I got better because the joke we had, which I've heard is a joke in like a bunch of different circles, but was, you can tell the extroverts from the introverts because the extroverts will look at other people's shoes.
That's actually pretty funny.
So while I was out there, I really wanted to, I've been programming since I was young, and I love computers. Both my parents work on computers. They're technical editors. So a little different, but still I always had their hand-me-downs. So I started looking for like game studios, and it was really tough for Maryland because I knew I wanted to be in California. It's where I'm from originally. So nobody wanted to talk to me. They're like, this girl's from Maryland. Like, who wants to talk to her? She's on the other side of the country. It's like almost they don't exist in California. So I moved back here and started looking for places to work. And I don't remember how I found Red 5, but I found the page and I looked at like the tribe page and like the explanation and how everyone was really close. It wasn't like segregation. It was like you could be near the artists and you could be near the programmers, and I got super, super excited. And I went full gung-ho and was really excited that you had a security position open, because it's kind of hard to break into the game industry from the government. People are like, what are you doing? What are you looking for?
What part of the government did you work for?
I worked for the Department of Defense. I did cryptanalysis.
So that explains the black van outside today.
Yeah, they're keeping an eye on me.
So we can't talk about what you used to do.
Yeah, like in vague terms. I broke codes and I did some pen testing and some math research. And
So you were a hacker for the government.
Kind of, yeah.
That's so cool.
More like I already got the information was there, and then like figuring out what it was saying. That was pretty neat. It was very math heavy. Like you don't think of that. You think like breaking codes and you think like, you know, it's transcription and they change the letters, and it's gotten a little bit more complicated. But it was really super neat. But
So,
I couldn't do the gray hallways
Something
anymore.
you may not know then, when I went to, the last time I went to college, I got a degree in networking. And I was actually considering taking the path of going to work for the NSA. And
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, and then I met some people from the NSA, and they were just like, "Don't do it, don't do it." It was just like people that went through the program. They're like, "You were stuck here for 6 years plus," and then he's like, "And all you want to do is get out and go into the private sector." So
It's a really strange place to be too, because you ask people like, "Why do you work here?" and they're like, "Because I always have," and you're like, that's not, in 20 years when someone asks, why have you had the same job for 20 years? I don't want to be like, because I was scared to go anywhere else. Or like, that's not, I want it to be like, because I love this job and I want to do this for the rest of my life and it gets me stoked. Not like,
wow.
I don't ever want to leave this desk.
Yeah. So as a security analyst for Red 5, we're not talking about like client stuff, more networking stuff?
Well, a little bit of everything. So like I said, my background isn't in network security, so I've been picking a lot of stuff up. I did, I ran through our Lua files and found a couple of things, and picking up network stuff. I do a lot of technical operations generally, like doing stuff that people don't have time for, and like learning stuff. Right now, I'm actually working on our auto scaling stuff to like keep up and with demand, which is awesome. And yeah, the way technical operations works is wonderful. Like everyone's very close knit, and there's a lot of support. And like, you know, I don't have time to do this. Will you pick this up? Oh, sure. Like here's a quick rundown, and it's pretty neat.
And there's a whole bunch of you. You're probably one of the biggest teams at the company too.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of you. Yeah, everyone on that team's great.
And a lot of dick jokes.
Yeah.
A whole lot of dick jokes.
Our meetings are fantastic.
And that's why we don't have Christian on this show.
Actually, according to the team, I'm kind of the worst at it.
I've heard that from multiple people. When I say poor Bailey, they're like, she's the worst. She's the one coming at you with the dick jokes.
I get the giggles really bad too, which like eggs people on, and they'll say something completely not meaning it, and I'm just like, I can see the dick joke there. And then,
God, you're gonna love all the videos we're showing today. Then.
What's the theme for today's videos?
I'm just saying there's gonna be a lot of innuendo you're gonna pick up on. So
I look forward to it.
Yes, you're also our Cards Against Humanity's champion.
It's hard. Everyone's a champion when you play Cards Against Humanity.
That's true.
Everyone wins because everyone's just crying on the floor. But yes,
those are some of my favorite tiki times.
There have been some
we
memorable.
Bust out Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm immortalized on the blackboard by the bathroom.
Yes, I saw that.
From one of my card choices. That was a good one.
Oh, is that what that's from?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. I'm pretty sure April put it up there too.
Oh, okay.
It was great.
Nice.
And we're into inside jokes.
Sorry. I would say it, but I don't know if it's entirely.
Let's not.
Okay.
So you're working on the auto scaling. Anything else that you've made your mark on since you've been here? 'Cause you've been here for what, a year?
About a year and a few months. So a couple of Lua problems that we plugged up. I did a way of bringing up machines, like pre-rolling them, sort of, so that you could skip a lot of the long loading part of the servers.
Okay.
So you could just, pretty much you make an image out of it. So you make like 90% of a server, make an image out of that, and then roll that up. So it feeds into the auto-scaling thing really well, because some of the problems with auto-scaling is, hey, we need something, but it's gonna take like this much time to roll up, and we're gonna keep getting this alarm, and then it's gonna try to do 3 of them, and we really only need 1. So the quicker you can get the boxes up, the better the auto-scaling works.
You guys have such great terminology. Like I've been sitting next to all of ops for most of the time I've been at the company.
We kind of move you near us.
Yeah, I'm always traveling around with ops, and I started making a list of weird things that ops and web devs say. So there's like there was one that I wrote down. It was like the master puked all over the slave or something, and I was like, what is this? Because there's Spice Weasel, which is a program or a language
a way
or
of looking at configs. Yeah. Okay, it's a config parser.
Wrote that one down. Spice Weasel. Lots of chef. cookbooks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knife.
all kinds of
Recipes.
All
It
kinds of things.
It honestly sounds like we're in a kitchen sometimes.
That would be amazing. A tech ops cooking
Cookbook's
show.
not working.
Yeah.
Can Sarah be your sous chef?
Yes.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah. So
Sarah, where's the spice weasel? I got it.
The spicy.
yeah, I keep a running list. I actually added to it the other day.
Oh, nice. What
So-
was your new term? Sorry. I don't remember.
That's
I
okay.
don't remember now.
So when we're bringing up servers, it's typically like when we're bringing up servers like after we patch, because our patching, the way we patch is different than most other games. Is we leave the old build up for a while and then bring up servers with the new build, so it allows us to bring those up faster. Or if we need to deploy a server-side hotfix, we can bring up the new servers faster and then
We don't have to
drain
like,
the old
kick
ones.
everyone at once.
Yeah.
And, like mass panic and everyone's trying to log in at the same time. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's like a more graceful way of handling.
It's a nice like slow
yeah.
transition. And then you get those sweet new servers that are all red.
Yes!
I have 5 minutes of all the chosen I could ever want.
And then everyone's just sitting there like, well, Sunken Harbor and Thump Thump are taking over. This sucks.
Come on, 2 other guys on the server, we can do this.
Well, that's really awesome. Thank you, Bailey, so much for joining us today.
no problem.
And Bailey's going to be on with us the whole show today, voting on art.
I'm really stoked about that.
Maybe some dick jokes, you know.
Oh,
just
God.
Get the full Bailey
Just some
experience.
giggles, probably. I'll try to keep it
So,
in here.
in recent news, Red 5, we patched this week. We're also preparing a hotfix for some of the issues. So, the Electron got a nice design overwork or rework. Got a design pass.
He got
so-
worked over.
Oh, jeez. Be one of those. So really cool stuff. Like Boomerang Shot used to only damage enemies, and now it shields allies as it passes through. It's really cool stuff. The passive actually kind of works like the Dragonflies now, where dealing damage increases your shielding ability, and shielding increases your rate of fire. So the Electron stuff is going to be... I'm really excited for it, because I've been advocating the Electron for a while, even though I play Mammoth a lot. I'm still a big Electron fan, so I'm really excited for that stuff. Also, Melee. Are you guys big fans of melees and shooters? Yeah?
Except when
I tend to snipe. I like, unless it's our game. When you
play a Firecat.
Yeah, I play a Firecat because I tried Recon and I was like, this is impossible. Impossible. My Twitch skills are not up to par with that.
I tried that. I usually play Dread. Dread is my favorite. I need to branch out into like the Mammoth or the Yeti, the other one that's not a mammoth.
I love that. The
Well,
Rhino.
spoilers.
Rhino, there we go.
Nice.
But for now, I
Spoilers.
really enjoy the Accord Dread, but when we were doing an internal playtest the other day and I slipped into a Nighthawk and I was just like,
It's so difficult.
the guys was laughing at me. I'll be back with my Dreadnought. It turned out he was on my team, but I helped save him. So I was like, okay, I showed you.
Oh, so good. The Yeti.
The Yeti.
The Rhino, it's an animal, yeah. If you put the Rhino and the Mammoth together,
They
you
will
still
make
wouldn't
a
get a Yeti.
I think that might be a new battle frame.
Yeah.
The Yeti. And we'll make it bigger than all of them, and it's going to be furry.
Yeah. It could be like an arsenal just with like a fursuit.
Right.
He's already got like the nice cuddly bear build. He just needs...
And then ice rounds that freeze people. This could be something.
Justin, I hope you're taking notes.
This could be something.
Woo.
So, but yeah, I mean, Melee, it went in with some unintentional changes. Like it's doing, I think people were saying it's doing like 2,400 damage for energy shaping.
Wow.
And that's not intended. So, and then there's other issues with the garage, selecting decals and stuff. So we're prepping a hotfix. We made the build, I think, last night. So hopefully we'll bring that up sometime today. We're trying to get it out as soon as possible. We were having some issues with our tools, but Melee is also getting changed to what it should be. So, and I'll have the numbers for that in the patch notes. I believe it's 500 damage for Brawler, which is the basic melee gun butt, or you just hit him with your forearm or whatever. And then knockout or energy shaping add 50% of brawler's base damage. So they add 250 individually. So, and then together they will add 500. So ultimately, with all 3 perks, you can get 1,000 damage, which is still pretty good.
It's not a one-hit KO.
Yeah, it's not
A
like
bunch of shows.
it's not ridiculous, but
So we're nerfing it back to
it's
normalcy.
not nerfed.
Nerfing to normalcy.
We're norming it.
We're norming
It's
it.
not a nerf.
We're norming it.
It's,
I'm gonna get yelled at later for saying that.
Nah. No, it's not a nerf, but we're changing it to what it should have been. So yeah, that's what's going on. Hopefully we get that out today. And moving along, we have this new thing that I want to try out. It's going to be like a YouTuber highlight, where we show off. We take a YouTuber and we show off some of their videos. We have some great YouTubers out there like Co-op Comrades, Nakiato, Noxon, Crayster, all those guys. There's more than that. I know. There's more than that. But I'm really excited for some of the videos they make. They're really funny. They're really entertaining. And today we're going to spotlight Co-op Comrades. Co-op Comrades, by the way, Lauren Icon wanted me to mention that he's 29 subscribers away from 500.
Nice.
And when he hits the 500 mark, he's going to be doing a Firefall giveaway. What that is, I don't know, but it's a Firefall giveaway. So the first one, I believe, is the top-down shooter. Firefall is a top-down shooter. Oh, apparently I can hear it. So they deserve me to drink my coffee. Now this is really cool. So what he does is he took a recording of gameplay and then played it back with our replay mode. This is like this is something that we had in our broadcasting package, where it's like the overhead the overhead shot, where this is like the follow the action cam, where it just kind of jumps around between where the action is.
I love our spectating tools. They're so cool.
They are. There's a lot of people out there asking for more support for that, because it's like they're like, well, no game has this kind of stuff, and we want more. Like it's not an official supported thing. I mean, I'm glad you guys can do what you can so far, but I don't think we're going to be able to support that anymore, at least in the foreseeable future. Maybe further down the road we can add some more stuff to it, but it's really cool. So yeah, that was his take on what Firefall would look like as a top-down shooter. Now the next video I want to show of his, we're only going to show 2 of them. So the next video is something that he put together. He found an audio file of 2 of our writers. Well, one of them's a writer slash sound designer, sound engineer. Scott and Boone, who both have been on the show before. So if you've been a regular viewer, you probably have seen them. Basically doing it was just supposed to be some ambient dialogue of pirates talking, and then you kill them and whatever, you go along. But we showed this to them this week, actually. We showed Lord Icon's video to them, and we were just laughing at them about how bad the voice acting was and how bad the writing was.
They were just trying to help sell the open world. They just want to immerse you,
God.
and this was just some backstory of pirates. They just really wanted to, you know.
Yeah, so I swear, like, half the time when Boone's laughing, it's not the character laughing, it's Boone laughing at how he has to read this line. So this is, I really hope you enjoy this one. It does take a little time before they set up their they're gonna set up shop, and then I'm gonna stop talking so you hear all the dialogue.
Do you remember your first kill?
What do you mean?
I mean, do you remember the first person you killed?
Yeah, of course I do. What's it to you?
Who was it?
It was some punk. Stole crystite from the boss.
How'd you do it?
Tied him down. Beat him with a pipe wrench until he gave up the crystite.
Did he?
I don't know. I broke his jaw. Couldn't understand what he was saying. So I beat him a bit more for mumbling. My arm was dead tired by the time he finally died.
You're one sick bastard.
Comes with the job. How about you? Who was your first?
A girl.
A girl? You call me sick?
Well, I didn't beat her to death with a pipe wrench.
Oh, then what'd you do?
Just strangled her the old-fashioned way.
What'd you do to deserve it?
I didn't like the way she looked at me.
Well, you are pretty ugly.
Being ugly is one thing. Being looked at like you're an animal, that's another.
So you killed her for it?
I've killed for less.
How many kills are you up to?
63. Mostly women and children. I've never liked a challenge. How about you?
With all these new Ares assholes, I've lost count.
Come on. Don't act tough.
You call me coward?
You're not death, are you?
So tell me who it was who wiped out the Ares squad by himself last month.
Please. I've killed more of those Ares scum than you.
Not by yourself.
Still more than you.
Yeah, well, I'm a better shot.
Do we? Is that everything? So, yeah. So that's some audio that. Yes, that is in the game. That was written by one of our writers.
So I was confused when we were watching it earlier. I thought this is something that Boone and Scotty B did just to like release and have like some, you know, some
Pirate
video.
backstory.
And I'm like, why did they do that? And Frank was like, no, this is actually in the game.
Yep, it's in the game.
I love it. Reloading bullets.
And the one thing we were joking about was Scotty was like trying to make a voice out of it, so he was the one that's like, was a girl. You know, it's like I strangled her the old-fashioned way. So that was Scotty. Like he's like actually trying to make a character out of it, and then Boone was just like regular old Boone.
Scotty was getting into it. You know.
Yeah.
Putting in his all.
It really makes temp VO, like when you're playing on the internal build, like that much funnier. Like there's this one part in one of the missions they're still working on where you're falling and it's just like, I'm like, we need to keep this.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's Co-op Comrades, Lore Nikon. It made me feel like this was like a little bit of like red versus blue kind of thing, although he used our game audio. It's really funny stuff. So hopefully we get some more cool videos that we could show off. One thing I do have to, speaking of videos, I did make a mistake 3 weeks ago when we showed the Dragonfly videos.
Uh-oh.
Were you there for that?
Maybe.
We showed the, we cut together some Dragonfly videos, which I did in a hurry, and I made the mistake of crediting the first video to Darkbike, when that actually, the credit should have went to Frosting. So Frosting, I sincerely apologize. I should have done my homework.
Aww.
It was not good. So I felt really bad about it, but that's it. I promised Frosting I would say I'm sorry and credit it to him, and I'm a week late in delivering that promise as well.
But hey, at least it's
But and he even posted in the thread. He's like, "You owe me that promise." I'm like, "You're absolutely right." So we're not gonna dwell on that much longer. So submit some videos. I mean, just post them on YouTube, post them on the forums, and we'll feature your videos. So Noxon, I know you're out there. Nakiato, you're still making videos. I know that. So we want to show off your videos. You guys have some entertaining stuff. So now we're going pretty video heavy today with like what we're showing off. Usually we would take a break and move into Q&A, but since we've shown off like 2.5 minutes of video there, and we have all the fan arts all video, We're not going to take a break, and we're going to move right into QA. So, or QA. Everyone get your computers out. We're going to test the build right now. We're going to move right into Q&A. So if you aren't in TeamSpeak, and I'm logging in to check now, logging in. If you aren't in TeamSpeak, join up at live.red5studios.com or ask some questions even in chat right there. So if you have a question and you don't want to hop on TeamSpeak, ask it in chat. If you want to get on TeamSpeak and talk to us, if you have a question for Bailey about what she did at the DOD, you can hop on and ask. Pez, freaking Fooney. Yeah, so while we're waiting for more people to hop in, there's some other videos that have started taking. We'll just keep talking about some videos. There's some other videos that have been taking off. So Noxon had one where it's just like the melding Culex like in slow motion in flight.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That one's really cool.
So creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy.
It really is super cool looking.
I don't think it was him, but there was someone else who posted a video. No, it was Special K. I think it was Special K. He posted a video of like slow motion getting on your LGV. It's just like, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so good. like put some epic music to that, and
Nice
it would
showing
just
off
be
our animators'
awesome.
work.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. So, all right, we got some people now, and we're gonna start dragging them in. Brutalizer.
Oh, hey guys.
What's going on?
Not much. Sorry, let me just mute the stream here real quick.
Sure.
There we go. All right, excellent. Thanks, guys, for grabbing me up again.
Sure.
I just wanted to ask a question in regards to thumping. A while back, you mentioned that you'll do a quick post on demystifying thumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering if you guys are still gonna go ahead and do that now that you've changed it a couple of times over the past patches.
I do want to. So it wasn't so much demystifying thumping; it was more of like demystifying how resources spawn. I guess that was more the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we could do that. Basically, what it is each region is painted a certain way. So if it's stage 1 and 2 region is painted so that it only gets a certain range of resources, and then there's a randomizer and it populates those nodes with a random resource that's from that range, and then that's more or less how it works. But yeah, I mean, I did promise that post a while ago. I'd like to sit down with a couple of people to talk about how it works, and then are we keeping this and this and that? Because I don't want to go through like a whole long-winded post, and maybe we're going to continue to adjust it, because I mean we are still tweaking things and testing things out. So I'll shoot a message out to a couple of people today to talk about, so that I can maybe get a post together for that. How's that sound?
Yeah. Awesome. It was more around the timing, how frequent does it come up, the quantities that it comes up, because Phobos at one point promised that the quantities that you thump out will be increased, but that hasn't happened. So, essentially that, and kind of forward-looking what's happening with it down the line.
Okay. Great. So now, okay, cool. So I'll take those questions, and we'll try and clear some of that stuff up.
Awesome. Thanks, Pez. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you, man. All right. Next. I'm going to pull in, I almost forgot how to do this. Baron.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing, man?
So yeah, I'm doing pretty good, thanks.
Great. We have some of your fan art later. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
All right, nice. Okay, so I have got a question about the marketplace and how further progression, how it will be made. Like the items right now, you see the total quality, but you will not see the individual subcomponents quality. If you look at the printer and you craft an item, you see the bars and you see the entire, how well one subcomponent is used.
So,
And
so just so I'm a little more clear on what you're asking about. So basically, when you're looking for an item on the market, you see that it's a 750 quality weapon, but you don't know if the components were built towards damage or rate of fire or AoE, correct?
Exactly. And if you look at the crafting station, you see exactly what the subcomponents are. And if you could just put that in the marketplace UI display, that would be awesome.
That's a great feature request. So yeah, we could definitely that's definitely something we could take back to the team and talk about. Hey, is it easy to do this? You know, show like maybe like have like the basic one and then like maybe a more detailed view. So like you just click it and then you get more details and you know like the full stats of the item or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
There's just some items that I can't sell because I used purple components for the damage and all the rest was tanked, and that's the best setup, and it's just not selling. It's,
yeah.
Right, because it looks like it's a white item or a green item, and you're like, oh, I don't want to buy that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that was it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. Moving to channel. All right, who else is here? Uziel was here for a while, so Uziel.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh.
Pretty good so far.
Good,
I
good.
have to say that the red chair suits you well.
Thanks. Thank you.
So I have basically two questions. One is a bit from the older patch, the 0.8 patch.
Okay.
The prices of the med packs have gone up by over 700%.
Mm-hmm.
Why was that intended? The prices of all consumables went down by one time in the patch to bring it to the masses. Why now the increase?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. So that's another thing I'll have to go back and ask the team and say, hey, what was the reason? It might be because we need to get, there's just so many resources out there, so we need to have a use for the multitude of resources that are out there. So that could be it, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'll have to go back and that's another question I'll have to ask the team and get an answer for you on that.
Okay. My second question would be the Electron changes so far. I really like them in numbers and the first few hours I played with it.
Awesome.
But the only thing, the Bulwark, as the Electron is now more a really support frame. You can shield your friends. The range of the Bulwark seems to be really low for that intent, and you can't change it in the crafting. So you stick to that really low range.
Okay.
Is that still going to be viewed over, or is the changes on the Electron settled down now?
I mean, that's something that can be tweaked with feedback. So, I mean, we still have the 2-stage bulwark, which can be used for really long-range support. I don't think it's going to be incredibly larger than 6 meters. Like, I don't see it being like the new bulwark being that big of a range, but it's that's the numbers can be tweaked. So, I mean, part of the feedback is you can't craft that stat, the size of the AoE. And maybe that's something we need to do is be able to craft it, but I don't see it getting to an extreme amount.
Okay, thanks. That was it for me. Keep on the good work, and we enjoy playing your games.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Trying to get people to notice that we're in there for a while. So Krovek. Yeah, who needs a med pack with perks? Krobek, are you there?
Yes. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How's your bug mashing Friday going?
Our bug bashing Friday? It's still going.
Okay. I was just wondering, what games are you looking forward to playing this year other than Firefall?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. And so what other games am I looking forward to playing?
Right now, I'm playing Stick of Truth.
Stick of Truth?
Oh my god, that game's awesome.
It's so good.
It's like
It's so South Park. I love
it's
it.
amazing. I mean, you got to give props to Obsidian because they
Yes.
killed it with this game.
I haven't tried it yet.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's so good. And you can tell that Matt and Trey both had such a huge
Yeah.
amount of input because I mean, all the VO is them. And like that one woman they use for everything. You know, it's like everything is so well done. And it's like the combat style isn't my favorite, but it's so entertaining that it doesn't matter. It's awesome.
Butters is the
Do you
best
think-
companion.
Yeah.
So for me, like what I'm looking forward to is, and this is like at the far end of the year, and this is when I'm gonna buy a PS4, Uncharted. Love Uncharted. I'm a huge
Yes.
Uncharted fan.
Yeah.
Castlevania, although that's already out, but I'll probably buy that along with. And then there's a few more titles. I forget what they are. There's a new Transformers game. Such a nerd. There's a new Transformers game coming out, I think, around then, and there's a few more titles. But I'm looking forward to a couple of console titles
Well, the new Dark Souls
that are coming up.
Yeah.
The new
Oh
Dark
my
Souls,
God,
I heard,
yes,
is really
Dark
good.
Souls.
Yeah.
Half-Life 3. Thank you, Roadkill.
Yeah. I need to grow a beard.
Aw.
Almost. I've been trying. Don't rub it in. Sorry, I just looked over at chat and saw that. Anyway,
Probably do it with your hair. You'd have like a really sweet Viking beard if you did that.
I wonder if I could drag it all the way across and make a mustache.
Oh, absolutely.
Great.
Now it's just sticking to my lipstick. Anyway, sorry.
I'm also looking forward to the Elder Scrolls Online, which comes out like next
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
I'm
Have you played the
really
beta?
stoked. Yeah, and it's really hard to stop.
I think it's live up right now, isn't it? Like this
Oh,
weekend?
the Friday,
Is it
yeah, the
this
Friday
weekend?
weekend. Yeah, I got an email.
Yeah.
I
it
keep
should be up
checking and
this weekend.
I never check when I actually get the email. I always check like around it and
Well,
afterwards. I'm stoked.
It gave me 2 codes, so I can give you one.
I have-
Remind you
I
to
have
play
one
today.
on.
Oh, okay.
I gave my boyfriend one,
Nice.
and he was like, "What's Elder Scrolls?" And I was like,
Fail.
"Oh my gosh!"
Get
Oh
out.
my god.
But then he liked it, so it was okay. And I got to tell him
Okay.
all the lore. He's like, "Who's that? Who's that?"
Nice.
Like, well, he's the Daedric Prince of being batshit.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
What
Do you have
about
another-
What do you think is the most overhyped game so far? For me, it would be Titanfall.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like it all depends on your personal preference. I personally don't pay too much attention to hype. I just go by what I like. So I mean, to me, it doesn't matter whether a game gets a lot of hype or not.
I can't really think of anything that I really didn't like that was.
I heard good things about Titanfall, but
Yeah, I mean, I like playing it. I played during the beta and stuff. It's a good game, but it just felt like it was too much hype.
maybe. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Programmer, all these guys.
Yeah, we're also trying not to say anything bad about any other developers or their games. So there's that. Because we're all one in this gaming
We all love each other.
industry. Yeah, everyone works hard.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. Cool. Did you have anything, any Firefall questions?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks for calling in, man. We're gonna move along to someone else, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for calling, though.
Bye.
That was actually a really fun discussion. Like, Uncharted. Can't wait.
I know.
Paper Suit.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good.
Hi.
and you?
Good.
I'm doing fantastic. So there was a question that was posted in the chat, and it was the same question I had. So I figured, we'd both get it. That was regarding the new content that's coming out this year. We were kind of curious about whether or not there was going to be any new frames released before the end of the beta.
So new frames, I can say you're probably not going to see any new frames before we launch. We may do something after. I don't know. That plan, it seems to have changed. So no one's working on any frames right now because we're focusing more on refining feedback and then playable spaces kind of stuff. So like the Diamond Head expansion, the boss that we've spoken about before and stuff like that. So
The content that everyone's been asking for.
yeah, so we're really focused on that stuff. And
So wait, there is going to be a new boss? Because that was my second question. Because I am so pumped if there'd be like a big nasty that I could just punch in the face.
There's going to be a big nasty.
Yeah,
Pretty nasty, pretty
we spoke about that before. So I don't want to say too much about it because it's still like really they're still really working on it. But yeah, that's something else we're working on is a multi-squad encounter.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. So there's that. There's finishing the campaign. That's another thing we're focused on. So with all the focus spent on that, we really can't spend time focusing on a battle frame because it takes a lot of design prototyping, and then it's a lot of work on the artists.
Yeah.
Like when we crunched on the Arsenal,
That was
we did it. Yeah, it was tough. They were pulling double shifts basically, and so that they did it in. It still took them a month.
Yeah.
Because what it is like we don't want to release a battle frame and have it be like, well, it looks just like the Accord Assault. Like it has to have its own like its manufacturer's spin on it, its own unique spin. So that takes a lot of work. And we based on our priorities, we just don't have the time for a new battle frame right now.
Hey, well, I've really enjoyed what you've done. I mean, everything's been super awesome. So just keep up the good work.
Nice.
Awesome, thanks. And we got Dragonlet.
Oh my god, hey.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. Enjoying my Friday so far.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah. So, on the market, there's a selection under the option that says currency, but we cannot list currency. So why is that we can't sell pilot tokens and amps, so on?
There's a spot for currencies. I don't know. Maybe that might be future plans or future proofing.
So would we be able to sell pilot tokens and amps in the future?
Well, I can't say yes to that because I don't know. I haven't heard of any plans to sell currencies. I'm trying to think of anything. Like, I don't think you could sell the silver tokens either. So yeah, that might be it might be something like to build on for the future. I'm not sure what kind of plans they may have for that kind of stuff.
I was just wondering because the option's there and just got curious.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I don't have the answers for everything.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Freaking chat.
It's chat freaking.
Did you have another question, Dragonlet?
No, I think that's about it. Pretty light today, so.
Awesome. Well, thanks for calling in.
But yeah, thank you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I think I have time for two more. Dark Bike.
Hello?
Hi.
What's up, Dark Bike?
Hey, not too much.
Sweet. What can do for you today?
I was wondering when we would expect to see the crafting call down items, like different colored flares and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that was something that we put on our plates last year, I think. But then due to various reasons, we've bumped it down, mostly because of the stuff we want to work on now. They're not complete. I think, I mean, obviously it doesn't take that long to make the recipes and stuff like that, but there's still FX time and stuff like that we need for those. So I'm not sure when those may come online. I remember I was supposed to help work on those too.
And we have one effects artist, Seth.
We have Seth.
Seth is the lone effects artist, killing it. So it's whenever he's tasked to do that and he's not swamped with other.
Yeah, he's basically support for Red 5 Studios.
Yes.
He does effects for Tech Ops. I need him to do effects for me. But no, he's super busy.
Understandably, it's a lower priority, but you guys did ask for ideas and suggestions a while ago.
I did. I remember that thread. I posted it because I was like, okay, we're gonna go in and we're gonna make stuff. I know how to make stuff.
It's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, we were gonna do a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of ideas that we were gonna do in there, but yeah, unfortunately, it dropped down to like a lower priority. So I still have a list. I kept it in my notes, so I still have a list based on because I dropped on fans one day and talked to them about it. And then I've had the thread, so I have a list of like great ideas that people came up with that we can do. So once that comes around again,
that's cool.
Yeah, we have a list to work with at least. We don't have to start the thread again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thanks for calling in, man. And we're gonna switch to Epic Beard, and then we're gonna move on.
Epic Beard?
Epic. Well, it's cultural. He's got an epic beard.
Oh.
Did you see the picture?
I did. He has an epic beard. It is longer than your hair.
I'm losing my calm
Actually,
here.
it is. Yes.
Wow, that is an epic beard. Nice.
So I have 2 questions, but you may choose one if that's too much.
Yeah, let's see if we can get both of them real quick.
Yeah, okay, so the first question is about the pockets. You think it's probably possible to change the number of people in the pockets in the near future because they get overcrowded?
Because they get overcrowded. Well, I see us as we expand the pockets, we'll probably expand the population allowed in there. Honestly.
Okay, that sounds very good. Okay, so let's move to the second question.
Sure.
Darkbike already asked about the flares, and I've heard another nice idea, like using some additional resources to give your gear a different color. So maybe primary weapons or something like Firecat's gun shooting directly green stuff. Except or maybe even more the abilities. So at the moment, I think there's no option to give an ability a different color. So again, the Firecat, which was it? Emulate, I think it was, where you blast out all those flames. Do you think it's possible to get those in a particular color? For example, I'd like to see green.
That would be awesome. That'd be so cool.
Seth? I hope you're not watching. We just loaded Seth's plate up with a whole bunch of stuff.
Seth's crying in the corner right now, like, no more.
No, I think that'd be cool. Like, you know, a couple of years ago when I first started, we're talking about like all the cool things we could monetize. I'm like, rainbow jets.
Oh, for sure.
Green jets, like, you know, like doing stuff like that would be really cool. But it's like, that's probably going to take a lot of time to do.
I remember there was an email going around, like asking the company what ideas do you have for monetization, and that was definitely up there. So I suggested a unicorn horn that you could throw on people that would shame them, and it would make them sparkle, and it would have a rainbow trail behind them. Which, I mean,
that would be great in PvP.
Right? Just shame someone. Like you execute unicorn horn, and then a rainbow trail follows them, and it makes them easier to kill. I really wanted to do that, but they laughed at me.
Oh.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
But yeah, I mean, I think stuff like that'd be really cool. But I mean, I don't know if that's something we'd be working on anytime soon.
So for the near future, you could probably just try to use the elemental chambers we already have, just to use them on everything, at least for the effect that you see.
Yeah. Yeah, because the elemental chambers, yeah, they do change the color of your projectile, unless
Yeah,
it's
right.
bugged. But then there's that.
Yeah, okay, that answers my question. Thank you, guys. Oh, and thank you very, very much for increasing the chosen stuff. It's really awesome now. It's not like,
Nice.
oh, Watchtower is under attack. Oh, it's back again.
Yeah. As soon as you get there.
So now we actually have things to do. So really, really, thank you very much for that.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. So with that, that's all we're gonna do for Q&A today. That was a great Q&A session. But we're gonna move into the DoD's favorite segment. Are we even ready? Nope. Well, it is the Department of Defense's favorite segment. They called in today and let me know that, which is why we're still doing it.
Yay.
Do you even art, bro?
Yes. Yes, we are still doing this. First, what we have today, first of all, I want to say that we're still taking submissions. So email your submission to community@red5studios.com with fan art in the title. And we have some great stuff. Legend 57 has submitted another one that we're going to show soon. I think it's his best yet.
Nice.
Spoilers. But so first, what we have is we have a video that's the Firefall song "Thumper Down." This is a pretty old one, but it's pretty neat.
Hello, everybody. This is Captain Duckbutt, and I'm
think we're
playing
getting
this
there.
game, so play it. Firefall, open beta, 2013, Red 5.
Farming for gas, looking for emeralds. The pearls are down under, but the water is so hard to beat.
This game gets me so psyched. Firefall for life. I've been driving all night on my locust bike. Let's stop this tornado before it puts a hole in the middle of Copacabana. So stop what you're doing, get it together. How am I gonna beat it all by myself?
All by myself, I will prevail. And once I break out of the cell,
My assault will rain from the sky.
All right, so that's Thumper Down.
Yeah.
That song is actually like 3.5 minutes long about.
Oh, wow.
So I cut it down, but so that's our first entry by Blacksmith Gaming, or I think it's just Blacksmith. Our second entry is from Baron, who was on the show earlier, and this is Arrow versus Oil Spill.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Right. Bring floaties, boss.
I don't like this.
Jeez, look at the size of that thing.
Exactly.
I know what you're thinking. First, let me just say, this guy looked totally legit. Mostly.
I have a bad feeling about this. Godspeed.
Lights, camera, blast him.
Here it comes.
That's what she said. Ha! Oh, don't even start with me. Lucky for us, I'm not an amateur.
A few more seconds.
Ridiculous that some of our own are behaving as criminals at a time like this. No decency. Sweetheart, we out. These amateurs had no chance to crack the encryption code. Damn. Oh, yeah.
Oil spill would love this.
As I expected.
Amazing and horrifying and amazing at the same time. Wow.
So that's Baron's video. His actually goes for about 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
It's just
Oh, I love
amazing.
it. That's awesome. Oil spill, you dirty animal.
And our last entry today comes from Noises. It's Extreme Gliding.
I'm bigger than you, and I'm higher up on the food chain.
So that's pretty cool. That's noises with his extreme gliding. My favorite parts is when he Inferno dashes up and then hits burn jets and then does the spiral.
That was awesome.
So
That's really cool. So it is now voting time. Sarah, we're gonna start off with you.
I have to go with the Innuendo Supreme because that's just so good.
I'm with you there. That was fantastic.
It sounds like Baron wins by default. So am I gonna vote?
Oh, come on. No, you always make me vote.
It's very
I do
important
make
that
you
you vote.
That's not fair.
That's because I start with you.
Not fair.
It sounds like the community's on Baron's side as well. So we'll go with Baron. You're gonna move on to the March Do You Even Art Bro finalists.
Nice.
Thank you for that innuendo.
The art of innuendo.
That was really good. So I mean, the way he cut it together was just perfect.
Oh yeah.
Now finally, what we usually cap the show off with is Caption This. We're gonna remix it a little bit. So this week I was a little late in posting a Caption This, and it's because I was like, oh crap, I don't have a picture. So I jumped in game, and I said, hey guys, who wants to do a photo shoot in Copacabana? And a bunch of guys came out, and we did a screenshot, and we wanted to move it to having some in-game stuff too, because we think that we can have some funny captions that way. So here's our Caption This video, or not video, but our image, our Caption This image. And I did take notes for this one because I don't want to turn around to read them all. So first up, we have always a better view on top of the Dreadnought. Yep. Yeah. Second, we have, these are the 7 actors chosen for the remake of Seven Samurai. Third, hey down there, are you upskirting me? Should Photoshop a skirt on the Electron there. Then next one up, you came in the wrong neighborhood, bro. And then there was a rated R version of that too on Facebook.
Uh-oh.
Mother beep, but
Mother
same
bro?
thing. Yes, mother bro.
Mother boy? Anyone?
That's pretty R-rated.
Next up, we got Timmy on the right was not amused when all agreed we don't need healers.
Aww, he's
You got the dragonfly on the right, just like
guys.
guys.
I want to play too.
Next up, gentleman rule number 47: no teabagging while on top of another player.
That is fair game.
That's
when
fair
on
game?
A player tower. That is fair game for sure.
And the last one I picked was we are the new Power Rangers, but for some reason the background doesn't explode when we do a pose for the camera. Knife Lady, can we please get an explosion wipe for this one? You want to go back one? Let's get an explosion wipe for this, however you have to do it. And we got an explosion wipe, I think. I can't tell if we're doing an explosion wipe or not. We got one.
Yay!
And then we decided, did you guys have your own Caption This? Oh, you just saw it?
Yeah, and then to us, and then back to them. Lots of explosion wipes.
Millions of explosions.
Lots of explosion wipes.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Jesus.
Movie magic.
Sarah, did you have a caption? Did you come up with a caption for this photo? No? You didn't have one?
I didn't.
Bailey,
No.
did you think of a caption? Kevin says, I can see Russia from here. That's amazing because you're in Fortaleza. That's some amazing eyesight or binoculars you have.
If you look at the bottom.
Oh, it's the new Palin frame.
If you look at the people in the bottom left corner, it looks like he's like whispering to the, I can show you the world.
That's kind of mine, like the way some of them pose, are just like, back streets, back, all right. And then the creepy paparazzi Electron that's photobombing them every time.
I like it.
Well, that's Caption This. that's what we want to do now. We want to show a whole bunch of cool entries. So if you have, and the other thing too now is if we want to do some in-game stuff, if you guys want to submit photos or screenshots of in-game stuff that you would like to see captioned, we can do that too. So you can send those to community@red5studios.com, title caption this, and you can submit your own screenshots and we can use those and get those captioned for the show and on Facebook and stuff like that.
Nice.
Sweet. Well, I think that about does it for us. Plus I have a meeting in now. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you Bailey for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It was really fun. We had a really good time today. We learned all kinds of stuff. I hope in the black van, the guys in the black van didn't come kick down the door, so that didn't happen. And thank you guys for again. Thank you for joining us. And we're gonna be here every Friday still at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time because we had to go back and we had to go forward an hour before the rest of the world. So thank you for joining us one more time for the 5th time. We'll see you next time.